What is up, kings and queens, and welcome back to this channel where we simplify fitness and health. And wow, what a freaking week it has been. The interest for the Ivy Shredded challenge has been absolutely nuts. I'm hyped. Now we're gonna go to Goals and meet up with our Australian friends. And you have seen one of them before, and it's gonna be me and her who makes this video together. It is Maurine, which is actually a German girl, but she lives in Australia and she sounds Australian when she speaks. So I'm gonna say that they are Australians. I'm just gonna go for it. And before that, I am going to grab half a scoop of Megawatt because I've already had a little bit of coffee, but I need the focus that's in this one. And I am today in a need for the tingles because I need to wake up. So I'm going to take the Enduroformance. I also feel like I am a little bit sluggish today. The leg day workout yesterday was amazing. So I need these two combined to really get myself going. And with that said, let's meet up with Maurine. Guys, we are at a very crowded Goals today. So it's gonna be a lot of B-rolls, but I also gonna try my best to actually kind of interview my dear friend Maurine, who's doing the first exercise.
Killing it.
So what we're starting with is attacking the rear delts, because you guys know we want to have that 3D full shoulder. So let's do it. And I think I've described this exercise so many times. So today, instead of actually describing all the exercises, I am going to like pop a question over to that girl, and we will like have a little bit of a conversation. So, Maurine, how did you fall in love with this lifestyle?
I actually joined the gym to do yoga when I was 15, and then I saw all these people lifting weights. I started doing weights classes, and then I was like, wait, people actually lift weights outside of classes. So I gave it a try, and I fell in love from there.
Yeah. What's up?
So what I like to do here to really activate, because this is the first exercise, right? So to activate and really like hold the machine's arms through my rear delt and just pulsate and then go out again. It's getting so heavy.
Big bad wolf, and I heard the same shit, dog. It's really getting old. Got so many hundreds that I can't get it to fold, and I'm only speaking facts, just the truth is being told.
But then you also became a trainer, right?
Yeah.
So you focused on body pump first, if I'm not mistaken.
So I was a group fitness instructor with the microphone for 8 years.
But that's
I
really
loved
cool,
it.
though. Yeah.
Yeah.
You still do it though.
Not at the moment. No, I do group coaching. So F45 but better.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But in my opinion, that's pretty. It's very similar.
Yeah, it's similar.
But a different concept. But
Yeah.
is it more like you can actually go around and help
Correct.
people more?
I think it's evolved into that. Yeah.
I like that. So comment down below. What was your first kind of adventure with gym or fitness?
Yeah, how
was
did
it a
you fall
group
in love?
class or was it more like gym going?
Oh, yoga.
Or yoga, yeah. Or Pilates maybe. I did that. So let us know.
Bad wolf, I never see the silver lining, only see the gold. I don't speak in caps, dog. Everything.
So as you guys see, we're going to superset this because we are 4 people working out at the same time. So we're being fast, right?
Yeah.
So we started off with group classes. Do you remember the first time that you really lifted something and you were like, wow?
I think it was like being able to do push-ups on my toes for the first time.
Oh.
That was super exciting to me.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Knowing you it feels good to be strong.
Yeah. For me, it was the deadlift.
Oh.
I still remember the feeling of actually getting that bar up from the floor. It was just amazing.
I love that.
So the great pump is coming around, right? I do have a question that is because I had a really good conversation with my friend Bianca.
Yeah.
And we're talking about confidence in the gym. And we're sorry about all the noise, the beeping. They're doing new roads outside. But we were talking about how the gym makes you confident. And the two of us, we are a minority because we are very built as women.
Yeah.
It's not as common. So this is a little bit of a tweak.
All right.
I'm gonna say, how confident do you feel in your normal everyday life in comparison to how you feel at the gym? Because this is our safe zone. Do you get what I'm saying?
100%. I definitely think I feel most confident in the gym. I'm sure you can relate to that.
Yeah.
But I think like the older I get, the more confident I feel outside of the gym.
Yeah.
Because I'm very big on like just being authentically me. And it's like, you know, like I stand out a lot because it's like the hair, the tattoos, the muscles. Like, but I think a lot of people really love that because so many people are afraid to be themselves.
Yeah.
So I think like that gives me a lot of confidence because people are often like, oh my God, I wish I could do the hair. I wish I could do the tattoos, you know. So it actually gives me confidence to know that like I can inspire that in others for them to just be a little bit more themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, over time, I felt more confident outside of the gym, but the gym's always going to be the safe space.
And that's what I was hoping you would say, because that is also something that the gym does for you. Because in the gym, you will realize like how capable you are of managing things or lifting things, or wow, I did run that uphill on that, whatever it is. But you have such a good fitness. And that fitness kind of translates into your own mindset. And you're going to feel like eventually like, shit, what I do and how I feel at the gym is something that I can use in my everyday life.
Yeah, you can apply it to other things for sure.
So yeah, I'm happy that we are aligned in that. So we hope together that you that are watching this might actually grasp that and feel that it's fueling you for your future.
Let's go, Ida.
It's a life that I done chose. I said come through, you can see me on the west side. Now it's funny how they walking with their chest high.
Nice
I heard
work.
him talking numbers, but he just lied. Thought I told him that's the shit that I can't let slide. You gon' make me say it again. Do this shit for my family, I seen them do it for trends. I done told too many girls that we better as friends. I done told too many men we can't make no amends, and that's facts. Got him running scared on a big bad wolf, and I heard the same shit, dog, it's really getting old. Got so many hundreds that I can't get it to fold, and I only speaking facts, just the truth is being told. Got him running scared on a big bad wolf, who I never see the silver lining, only see the gold. I don't speak in caps,
That's it.
What's your favorite exercise?
Lateral raises for sure.
Of all shoulder exercises or like of all?
I think of all exercises. I just love them.
Yeah, I like them to do. You prefer like machine or dumbbell?
Dumbbell. Just a good old dumbbell lateral raise.
I agree. I agree. That's fine. If you are an OG, you know that I've been calling this machine a spaceship machine. I don't know. Do you feel like you're in
100%?
Yeah. It's a really good machine, and the good part is that you can actually have it as a drop set machine, so you can have it heavier or a little bit lighter, but use the same weights, which is freaking phenomenal. But this girl is freaking strong. So she did it on the heavier, and now I need to do the same.
And we're feeling it.
You're feeling it?
Yeah.
The pump is getting real. Like, look at those veins.
Like we're coming out.
So we are changing to cable ladder races. And here's the thing. She doesn't like them. I love them. And that's one of the main things with like gym training, right? You can do
whatever
both.
works
Like,
for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if it's free weights, good. If it's machines, good. And now I need to stop talking.
All right, I want to ask you a question, because you know how you said that we're in the minority, you know, being a little bit more muscly and everything. So I'm sure you get a bit of criticism online, you know, saying like you look manly and stuff like that, because I know I get that all the time.
Yeah.
And I want to know, like, how do you deal with that?
It took me a little bit of time to kind of accept that. But then I realized like people that say that doesn't have the same preferences as I do. They don't have the same likings as I do. And that means that maybe I wouldn't appreciate or fancy their type of physique either. But it's not only that, it's more like that doesn't define me as a good or a bad person. I know that I have something called grit and work ethic, and that's something that I value, and I think it's really attractive. I think you do too.
Yeah.
Like people with like high work ethic and like, I don't know, grit, and they just know what they want and they go get it and they don't place excuses. That's really attractive.
Because I think, that's right, because your body is a result of like your attitude towards all that stuff.
Exactly, of doing something consistently and all the time. So for me, it's more like, it's okay that people don't like the same things as I do, because we don't have the same liking of the machines, we don't have the same music, we don't have the same likings of food. Yeah. It's an opinion, and it's okay, because everyone doesn't have to like me or the way that I look, but I hope that they can still respect me for who I am and what I have accomplished, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I hope that answers the question.
100%.
getting
The
pumped.
shoulders are working.
They are so freaking pumped, dude. Insane. So, back to you would be, if I asked you the same question about like
Negative comments.
how you cope with negative comments. What is your like?
I think for me, like, the biggest thing to remember is that when someone comments on your life, like, it says more about them than you. And I think that's like such a good reminder, because I'm like, well, that person doesn't know me at all. So like usually it's just a reflection of something that's going on the inside of them.
Totally agree.
And I think like if you just meet it with like compassion, like that's cool. Like if you feel like you had to make that comment, like there's obviously something going on inside of you.
Yeah.
So, and just not taking it personally at all. I think that really helps me. And it's also like, if I wouldn't trade lives with someone, then like why would I care about what they have to say about my life or my body?
Agreed. Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what I would say too. Thanks.
I'm moving, I don't see him in a way. Way they talking, I'm not hearing what they say. Got some bands, and I bought myself a place. They get a couple and they blow it in a day. But I ain't built like that. They done said my time is up, but it still ain't passed. I done heard what they say, but it feel like cap. Yeah, I took a couple shots, but I'm still intact. Yeah.
How is that pump?
Fucking burning.
Wow,
Yeah, I think we're on.
I
We're
cannot
on.
even get it into the camera, man.
That's the goal, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a solid workout.
It was so good.
It wasn't like it is perfect, because we have been 4 people, as we have said.
Yeah.
So for 4 people to complete a workout and also film at the same time, it's kind of tricky. But I feel like the burn is freaking unreal.
Yeah, I think we really got it at the end.
We nailed it. I do have one last question for you, though.
All right.
So, if you were ought to say something to your younger self, or to someone that's really new into the fitness world, what would be like your top 2 or 3 tips that you would really like think about this?
I think the first one would be just to stay consistent. Not so much for my younger self, because I've always been very consistent, but I think too many people start and then they just like, they're not consistent and they're impatient. So I think it's like, be patient, be consistent, because like we didn't build our bodies overnight. It was like what, 10,
20
12,
years?
15 years. Yeah, it's been a long time. So
Yeah.
it's like, don't get distracted by all the stuff on Instagram. Just actually go into it for the long run.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I would say is like, you're stronger than you think. Because I think like, you only find that out in time, how strong you really are, both like mentally, but physically as well. So
yeah. I totally second all of what you just said, because people are too impatient and they want instant gratification, which is not strange in the modern society, but built like physiques like ours is not built from like 3 months of a programmed plan by your favorite fitness influencer. So you gotta commit to your journey. It's not something that would just happen overnight. And I'm sorry if we're gonna give that to you, but that's actually the truth.
Yeah.
But I feel like also believe in yourself is a really, really strong
Absolutely.
one. Because you are stronger than you think. So try to dare to actually exert yourself and challenge yourself every single day. And it's not about taking leaps every single day. It's 1% better.
Steps. Yeah.
Small steps and small kind of endeavors.
Yeah.
That's gonna break it. So guys, thank you so much for joining us on this shoulder workout. And I hope that we said something that kind of remind you about
That resonated with you.
Yes, exactly. That was a good way of saying it. So make sure to follow her on her social media or mine if you haven't done that already. So please subscribe to the channel. And I hope to have her in the channel once more in the future.
Thanks so much, guys.
Ha det bäst!